Hey guys, it's Tech Grant here. In today's video, we'll be unboxing the Ulanzi portable light. That is right. If you guys did not know, I got myself this off Amazon because I do not have a portable light for my actual Canon camera when I go on the go vlogging. So today, I grabbed this here today, and we'll be unboxing it. Now, this does support RGB, meaning go full color range from red, blue, purple, and all those colors, but also supports up to 2,500 Kelvin for warm lights, up to even 9,000 Kelvin for cooler light. So today, let's get right into unboxing it, then we'll test it on out. Okay, before we start unboxing, I just want to give you guys a quick glance of the box. So you can see the front side is, of course, the light, tells you all the details about it. You can see the side and also the back and all that jazz. Now, you do got to keep in mind that this does support full color range and also shows how much Kelvin it has on the box, so you can see how it works. So that's pretty nice. But what you're here for is the unboxing. So let's just get right into that now. So when you first open up, you will get access to the cable that will power it. It is going to be using USB-C, so that way it's actually good to charge with that. And of course, you can use it with any like power brick or portable charger that you want to plug it into by USB, which is very good. That is very helpful because a lot of people I know who do vlogging use a portable battery that come with them, and usually they'll run a USB on it. So this would actually be good for that use case. I would probably get a longer cable just in case you're placing it in different spots. Maybe like have the charge in your pocket and with the camera in your hands. That we have a longer cable in order to do that. So now, if we unbox this here, you can see this little tape on the back. We're just gonna like pop that up like so. We'll get access to the RGB light, and this is how it looks when it comes right out of the box. Now, this of course will be able to mount on top of a camera, and we will be testing that in just a second here though. But let's actually go over the features on this. First thing you need to know is the power button. The power button is of course this button right here. If you were to flick it to the left, it will actually turn it on. And of course, you're gonna have access to two icons. You're gonna have the actual brightness icon. I've set the 10 right now because it gets really bright at 100. And then we of course got the Kelvin. So if you want to switch between the two of these, you see right now it's actually on the actual brightness. All I have to do is click this button right here, and I'll switch to Kelvin. And of course, if I hit the left side here, of course, increase the brightness color to actually a more cold color. And of course, if I was to start decreasing it, it will of course decrease it. And with that, it will actually lower the color into a warm color. You can see right now, it's now a warm color compared to me flicking in the opposite direction. We're just going to change it to a cool color, which is pretty nice in all honesty. This is going to be really good for actually just helping me actually add color to my camera if in dark situations, if I'm out and vlogging in public. So that's always nice. Now, there is another feature you get access to. If you were to hold the button, that would actually like change the feature. You would actually now hold this for a few seconds, of course, change the actual color. You can actually go from really high Kelvin to really low in order to change the color. So right now it's on blue. Now if I was to increase this, it will of course change the color of it. So it's going from blue to a purple. And then if I was to change it again, of course, keep increasing. So right now it's on a pink color. And then if I keep going from that, it should just go straight to orange and even red. And of course, if you were to lower it too, if you lower it, you'll get access to some other colors as well. So you can change for a different wide colors. If you want to use this as a floodlight, you can. It's pretty strong, I'd say. It's not the strongest thing in the world. Like here you can see how strong it is, but it isn't like too impressive to say the least. So you can still use it if you really want to. If like you got a white wall or a white backdrop, you can do that, and of course the color will be absorbed into that. Now the other feature you have is actually some special effects, which is not really something you really need to use. Like for example, here you have like cops and robbers. This is if you pull the same feature in, and if I was actually changing, you can change it for different effects by clicking the Kelvin button, increase or decrease, and they'll give you different effects depending on what your use case is. Now I wouldn't use this. I would just honestly use the Kelvin temperature or even the actual solid like color temperature. That way I can actually mess around with this and have some fun with it. I don't think this really makes a whole lot of sense, to be quite honest with you guys. But now that you know how that works, let's actually show you guys this in a real life scenario. Now, if you were going to install this little lighting onto your camera, of course, you're going to need a shoe mount on here. And we got ourselves a cold shoe mount, so we can literally just slip this on in. And with that, we're all good to go. Now, this does actually have 3 additional cold shoe mounts on top of it. So meaning that if you have a small shotgun mic, you could quite literally put it on top of this. And that way you have the lighting, shotgun mic, or even lighting, shotgun mic, or whatever you want to do with it. You can have access to it. But that's of course how you install it. And that way you can actually just simply set it on up. Now let's actually get into the testing. So I just set up my camera and my equipment. We got my shotgun mic, we got the new lighting right here, and of course we got my camera. Now I actually have it on 43% right now, and I actually have on a cool brightness for actually the Kelvins, and you can see looks pretty good. Right now, if I was to actually turn off the lights in this room, you can actually see that it's gonna look pretty good as well. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. So this light is doing a little bit good. Of course, I could probably turn down the actual brightness so that way I'm not as overexposed, because I'm a bit overexposed right now. So if I was to turn that down, for example here, decrease it to a 39, It looks pretty good. There is a bit of reflection in my glasses, but that's to be expected for people who wear glasses and actually do recordings. But for the actual coloring on this, looks pretty good if I say so myself. So I'm using a cold color, and if you want to actually use a warm color, you can do that. So it says that next. So this is the lowest color on warm. This is actually 2500 Kelvin. And of course, looks decent, I'd say. Not the best thing in the world. Of course, balancing it between the cool and light is definitely going to be the best thing in the world. So if I was to actually increase it now, you can see that's better, but definitely having a cooler color will be much nicer. If you were thinking about using this lighting as a way to actually light up a product or the focus on something, you can actually use it for that. I actually went to a card store I go to normally. The lighting in there isn't always the best, so I brought this with me and actually made it a lot more easier to see and also made the color feel a lot more warmer in the environment. And honestly, I think it turned out really, really good. Okay, so I'm currently testing the camera and the lighting outside. Honestly, the lighting looks really well. You can actually see here it's doing a really good job. And this is like middle of the night. It's actually currently, let's see what time it is. It's currently 7:18, so you can probably tell how effective this is. And if I was going to turn this off, for example here, you can see it goes really dark, but turn it back on, and this is only at 10% actual lighting. I think it even might be lower than that. Let me double check. So this is actually at 39% of the actual brightness, and it's doing this. That is really, really good. I'm way more impressed than I thought it would be in the middle of the night. So yeah, that's lit. And the question is now, what is my final thoughts on the Ulanzi portable light? Now, only at $30 for the lighting and actually what it can do, it's actually really incredible. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I don't have anything else besides that. I think the only kind of caveat I have is kind of how the buttons work and everything. But besides that though, once you learn how everything functions, everything works really good. And then you just get the color temperature down depending on how your room is and or where you're going, it's fine. I think honestly, it's a great light for the price. Only $30 too, which is still insane to me. But yeah, of course, I will have a link to this light down below. And if you were to use that link and buy this for yourself, of course, it'll support my channel, which is very much appreciated. But if you enjoyed my video here today on this review, then make sure to smash the like button, get subscribed, and I'll see you guys for that tech video. Tech Grant, out.